I'm pleased to be speaking once again to a music author who writes excellent books on some amazing artists and bands. Good afternoon, Peter Chexfield.
Good afternoon, Chris.
Now, Peter, you've written over 20 books about bands like The Searchers, Herman Hermits, UK 60s pop, The Beatles, The Rolling Stones, Chas and Dave, and many more. When did you realise you had this love for pop music?
From birth, really. Certainly my earliest memories, preschool. I never particularly enjoyed school much, but I just loved music all the time, and religiously watched Top of the Pops and things like that as I was growing up, and it's just always been my passion, my number one passion.
And your latest book is Showaddywaddy, Hey Rock and Roll. Why did you choose to write a book about Showaddywaddy?
Well, my last book was on Chas and Dave, and that was so much fun, and I wanted another fun band. And it was a toss-up, really, between Mud and Showaddywaddy. And I may well do Mud in the future, because another great band. But I thought Showaddywaddy's got a bigger discography and a bit more complicated, more to get my teeth into. So went for Showaddywaddy.
And Showaddywaddy came from Leicester. How did they meet and get together?
Yeah, they met at a pub called the Fossway, Fossway Arms, I believe it was, or Fossway Hotel. But there were two separate bands, because Showaddywaddy, there was an 8-piece, but there was two separate bands called Choice and the Golden Hammers. And they just got together for jam sessions and went down a storm. And within a year or so, they gave up the other bands and all threw in a lot with Showaddywaddy. And the rest is history.
And in the early 70s, there was the glam rock era with bands such as Sweet, Slade, Mud, T-Rex, and there was this rock and roll band, Showaddywaddy. They had hit after hit after hit. How did they really fit in with the glam rock era?
They never really considered themselves glam rock, but the early stuff like Hey Rock and Roll, Sweet Music, Rock and Roll Lady, if you listen to them, they are glam rock as much as Mud were. Perhaps Mud wasn't quite glam rock, but sort of on the cusp between glam rock and rock and roll revival.
And in their day, Showaddywaddy were probably one of the largest bands in pop music. When they started off, how many members did they have?
Yeah, 8. Yeah, there was an 8-piece, two 4-piece bands got together, and they stayed an 8-piece for a good about 11 years, really.
And their lead singer at the time was Dave Bartram. Was he also the leader of the band?
As good as, really, because they're known as a covers band. You go to most of their early albums and all their B-sides and a couple of the early hits like Hey Rock and Roll and Hey Mr. Christmas, which you hear a lot these days, that they were self-written, but the only writers in the band really were Dave Bartram and the guitarist Trevor Oakes. So as well as being the lead singer, he was probably the main writer.
And this is an excellent book on Showaddywaddy, Hey Rock and Roll. There's lots of interesting facts and information in there. Where did you get all your information from?
Old press cuttings, chatting to other fans, memories. A lot of it's, I'll go through discography, but then I'll listen to everything. But on purpose this time, and I do explain this in the book, I didn't approach any members beforehand. There's a reason for that. I've done past books on the Searchers, Tremolos, Swinging Blue Jeans, mostly very, very nice guys. But then I published a book and someone will say, but I told you that was that. You got that wrong. But the trouble is memories from 50, 60 years previously, and they're never going to have the same memories. So I didn't ask them, but I've sent it out to a few members, and I got a lovely email from Dave Bartram himself, the main man, a few days later, said, I've really enjoyed the book, Peter. I hope it sells a lot.
That's great. And talking about Dave Bartram, a lot of members have actually retired over the years, but sadly Dave Bartram had to retire for health issues due to having a rare asthma disease, apparently. But he has continued as their manager.
Yeah, that's correct. So, he hasn't entirely retired, Well, he was their manager since about 1984 anyway. So, but he's carried on that role and books all their gigs for them and everything, And Casey comes along as well. And now and again, I suppose if he's in a good mood or he's feeling good, he gets on stage and joins them for a song or two, so...
Oh, that's great, because he's got a fabulous voice, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, one of the best, yeah. Well, there was two main singers, really, originally. It was Dave Bartram and Buddy Gask, and he was a bit sort of mean and moody, but he sung Hey Rock and Roll, Heartbeat. If you look on old Top of the Pops, that was Buddy Gas, but it was mostly Dave Bartram. Oh, fantastic, amazing voice.
And Showaddywaddy is still performing. I saw them a few months ago in Folkestone, and there is still an original member.
Yes, the drummer, Romeo Challenger. That's his real name. I mean, what a name. The name itself is legendary. But yeah, fantastic drummer and a great guy. Yeah, and he's still out there, 75 or 76. And there was another drummer originally, he left about 1984, called Malcolm Allerad. He always wore the John Lennon glasses and he did most of the dancing, called himself the Duke. Last month, he got up on stage and joined Romeo and the others for the first time in 41 years. So it's sort of come full circle. It was very nice. So.
Oh, that's great, because there was actually two drummers, wasn't there, on stage at one time?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, there was a few did that. The Glitter Band did that as well. But Showaddywaddy, probably more than anyone, famous for the two drummers, yeah.
Well, Peter, this book is a must for Showaddywaddy fans and also any pop music fans that remember going back to the 70s. How can you purchase the book?
Amazon, the largest bookshop in the world. But if you don't use Amazon or can't find it, just Google my name, Peter Chexfield, and you'll find my website. Email me, and I'll do my best to help.
Well, Peter, thank you for producing another great book, Showaddywaddy, Hey Rock and Roll, and for speaking to us today.
Thank you, Chris, as always.